Really starting the women's Bible study on Tuesday nights was a huge help for me to get involved. It's where I met the first girl in my fight club, and we started a fight club, and now we have 5 people in it. And I think just getting more familiar with the women in the church.
It's never easy finding community when you move to a new place. It takes a little bit of effort on your part and trust in the Lord that He's put you in the right place. And so one of the opportunities that came up for me personally was the Well Bible study on Tuesday nights. It fit with my schedule because I'm a working mom, so the morning one didn't work for me. But the Well on Tuesday nights did, and there was a lot of different studies, and I really liked the idea of just going straight through a book.
I was really excited. I was a stay-at-home mom, pretty lonely, so I decided to get involved right away, and the easiest way for me to do that was to join the Wednesday morning ladies Bible study. It made the most sense for my schedule, and so I really joined out of loneliness and a convenience because it worked well with my schedule.
I think one thing that I've just learned over this past year in the study of Ephesians helped to kind of tie into that is that just God is never changing, has always been the same. The struggles that the people were struggling with then, we struggle with today. And just to see like God's sweet faithfulness through all of that and how we were able to relate that to ourselves and our lives now was really sweet and was really kind of reignited my passion for scripture and for learning and understanding, not only for myself, but to teach my kids.
So in the previous studies that I had done before, it was very much like, what do I get out of this? How does it benefit me? And my approach to my Bible studies was very self-centered. It was, I'm struggling with this, so I read this week. How does that directly apply to me? And I loved that the very first week, Amy introduced the book of James to us, and she just encouraged all of us and said, instead of thinking about yourself, when we go through this entire book of James, think about what are you learning about God? What are you learning about who He is and who He has promised to be? And keep that at the forefront of your mind instead of how is this serving me? And I felt like she was speaking directly to me, even though there's no way she could have known.
I feel like this Bible study kind of sparked that back in me to just really have a passion and just love the Bible and love what it has to say and teach us and how relatable it is. And not only to learn about ourselves and how we apply it to ourselves, but reading the Bible, and it's about God, you know, like, and I think that was a switch in my mind this year that like, I'm not going to a Bible study or reading the Bible to say, how can I apply this to myself? I'm looking at it like, what does this teach me about the Lord?
You know, when you're a new person at church, it can, especially when you've come from an established community that we had when we were back in Seattle, it can feel very overwhelming. It can feel also like you're never going to develop those friendships. You're never going to have the friendships that you had back in your old space. What you will have the opportunity is to meet new people who will be used by God to shape you and transform you. And it can be scary, but really you're not stepping out by yourself. You're stepping out in faith with the Lord that there's opportunity here to grow in Him and to develop community.
Don't be afraid. Like, truly do not be afraid. It's just a group of women that are truly thankful to be able to have a space to come together. If you are a new face, you can rest assured that you will be greeted and that you will be loved and that people will be excited to get to know you, no matter what your story is or who you are or anything like that. They're just really happy to have you.